What's up, everyone? Warlock here from the Center Beacon. Could you stand to lose a few pounds? Is your hair starting to thin? Maybe you have children, you're not sure they're all yours. Well, when you join 1000 Skulls, all those problems and more simply disappear. 1000skulls.com on the Android platform. We're here to help. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another fantastic episode of the Center Beacon. Today's episode of the Center Beacon is brought to you by whining. Whining. Why try to accomplish anything when you can just complain about it instead? Okay, now that I've got those advertising dollars flooding my bank account, let's talk about why I did this video. A couple reasons. It ended up being a pretty good match. It was just three of us running together in 1KS the other night, and ended up being against my former clan, Pride, which, for most of you, this is like your chance to get oh, vengeance. They booted me out of their clan, and now's my time for revenge. Not so much with my situation. I left on highly amiable terms and just kind of wanting to do my own thing. So when I see these guys drop in, I'm like, oh crap. On one hand, it's like, oh man, these are like my bros. And then on the other hand, these guys are really good. So it's kind of like a a double whammy. It's like you don't want to kill your bros, but then at the same time, they're also super good. So if you can get a win against them, that's that says a lot for your new clan, or whatever, your teamwork, what have you. So we had a little 3-on-4. There were 4 of them, some randoms, 3 of us, some randoms, and I kind of I like to go to the center on this map, especially when I'm in a big bad bot like my Lancelot here, or what's left of him. And of course, I ran right into the Trident Fury, which is always what happens to me. If I turn a corner, it's going to be something, just epically disastrous for me. But I got that guy out, so that worked out pretty good. Cost me my bot. I think I got a Cossack too. Honestly, who cares about that? But I got rid of their ranged support there, which can be critical, especially on a map like this. If a guy really knows what he's doing and he knows where to put his Fury, unlike me right here, he can really kind of deny that center beacon area. So of course, I get pinned in here between, I think that's a double Thunder Carnage and then the Lancelot Death Machine. So I completely throw away this bot, absolutely accomplish nothing with it. But it's one of my newer additions to the hangar. I'm still trying to kind of get used to the guy. So, and I can't remember what his tridents were at this point. They're not maxed, not even close. So not really that effective. I've actually recently kind of bumped him out for a little while for some other things that I'm kind of running until I can get those tridents a little bit closer to max. So here's my Plasma Griffin, and I redeemed myself somewhat with this one. This is what I like to run. I don't know what it is that this thing just makes sense to me. The way he moves, the way the plasma works, and the jump special ability. I've tried running this guy. I know a lot of people love the what they call, or what I like to call, the American Death Button Griffin, where you put the pinatas and the Orkans on this guy. I have not had a lot of success with that particular loadout. I know a lot of other people really enjoy it and are totally lethal with it. I just kind of quite haven't got the learning curve down on that one. But the Plasma Griff I can handle pretty well. Do pretty good with it. Here I am trying to be smart. I'm playing cautiously because I know these guys are really good. A few of these dudes on the Pride side there are some of their best pilots. So you really got to, you can't just go kind of willy-nilly. You really got to think about what you're doing. And that was me trying to think about it. So I stayed to the perimeter there. I kind of get what I can get out of the center, and then I jump out of there. I get caught here, but I've done pretty decent damage here, kind of making up a little bit for how poorly I played that Trident. And you can see there I got half that guy before getting finished off here. I didn't see this Rhino was shooting me in the rear end, and I do a complete 360 trying to figure out hey, where's that fire coming from? Too late. So I jump in my Rocket Rhino, and we're gonna try to let's see. Yeah, we're kind of we're in a pretty close struggle here. So fortunately, I catch this guy kind of looking you know, not at me. And then his buddy jumps in, and I'm like, oh, sweet, you know, what do I do? This is like the dilemma you want. Like, you know, which one of these guys do I eat up first? I get most of this griffin, and, you know, I really want to make that white beacon blue again, but I don't know if it's going to happen. So I think let's see, let's watch and see what happens. Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay, sweet. So worth that bot, you know, I got a kill, unloaded on that dude, and was able to re-secure that center beacon. And then I'm just going to go to another Rocket Rhino. And this is a little bit of a strategy riffing here on my part, because I don't really have a funny story to tell right now. But, yeah, I thought we played pretty well on this. Like I said, these guys are really good. They got a lot of good bots. Pretty much all their stuff is maxed. I know like 3 of these guys that we're facing off with. Pretty much everything they field is totally maxed. These guys have been at it for a while. So this is me. I can't remember if this is my last. I think this is my last bot, second. I don't know, something like that. But I'm playing cautious here. You know, I'm trying to be smart, trying to like wait for targets of opportunity and not push quite so hard, because we've got the advantage. You know, we've got 3-2. We've got the beacon bar sliding in our favor. So all I pretty much, you know, want to do here is just kind of guard this center beacon. So this guy, you know, he's got to push because they know they're falling behind. Not the best spot to do it in. He neutralizes it, but I get rid of him. And you can see they're starting to mech out a little bit, fortunately for us. We might have had the better randoms in this. I don't know. But this was a really good match. I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, I think this is my last bot. So, you know, I'm looking at this. Now, normally I would just leave that, but against these guys, I'm kind of thinking like, you know what? I know a couple of those guys are really, really solid players, so I'm like, you know, I'm going to go grab this thing. And it was fortunate that I did, because they retake one of their spawn beacons right after I collect up that center beacon. So it gives us, or I should say maintains the 3-2 advantage. So that worked out pretty good. Got rid of that carnage there. And that guy I'm not really worried about. And this guy I should have been more worried about, but I didn't see him until he pretty much dumped all of his rockets right in my booty. But fortunately to the right here, and then you can see in front of me, my bros are closing in. You know, kind of hard to get this thing done when it's 6-on-2. And if you watch any of my videos, you know that most of my matches go that way. Fortunately, it went this way for us. And really, this thing is about done. You know, this guy's in like a Treb Fury, and not much is going to, you know, come of that. The other guy, he's got another bot left here, but this thing is rapidly going in our favor. So this was a really good match. This was closer than it looked. You know, it felt a lot closer, you know, because I know how good these guys are, and I knew we had to be on point. So it was just kind of cool, you know, like I have a lot of love for those guys, former clan pride. But, you know, at the same time with your new clan, you're also like, oh, man, like this would be a really great opportunity to get the win against these guys. And we did. We were fortunate. Great game to those guys. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for liking, watching, subscribing, and all the things that you do for me. And I'll keep doing these things for you. And until next time, I will see you at the center beacon.